She is, I believe, currently around a 2-1 favorite to do so.
He is?
Yeah, a little surprising there.
That's fascinating. It's not like I think Patty should be some ginormous underdog. But that number being so far the other way does surprise me. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it does. Then I look at the stuff on Justin's side. I don't know if you saw that thing about the ingrown hair, the staph infection. That's one thing. Trevor Whitman just did an interview with Brett Okamoto at ESPN, basically saying like, this is it for us. If we don't win this, we're not sticking around for money fight. I kind of worry for where Justin Gaethje's mind is at, because he was going to hold out and retire if he didn't get a fight like this either.
I just think Justin is so experienced, so violent. He brings an element that none of Patty's past opponents has had. That being said, there are times where, I think there'd be a lot of opportunities for Patty to get a submission. So,
all right, hear this. Patty the baddie Pimblett just stunned everyone with a shocking comment. He openly said that the striker who trains him every single day at the gym is better than Justin Gaethje. Yes, you heard that correctly. Better than Justin Gaethje. That one bold statement has turned heads everywhere and thrown even more heat onto the situation, making what was already one of the year's most talked about fights even more intense and exciting.
There to beat him, Max done it. Everyone underestimates my strike and everyone thinks I'm just going to come in and I'm going to take him down, and I'm not. He had an absolute war with Chandler and I picked Chandler up. I don't wrestle like a normal person. I don't shoot double legs and single legs and wrestle like a normal person does. I do everything differently. I'm not normal. He's not going to be able to get a sparring partner in what grapples like me or strikes like me, because I'm a weirdo. I'm honest, Val, and I'm very awkward. You can't really get a sparring partner.
The Liverpool fighter has been full of confidence all through his training camp, which is nothing new for Paddy Pimblett. But this time, he has taken it even further. He has even hinted that he feels a knockout is coming when he finally steps into the cage with Justin Gaethje. Instead of loud trash talk, Paddy has been calmly saying that this matchup just feels right to him. It's more like a quiet belief than a bold prediction, something he feels deep down rather than something he's forcing. And from his point of view, that confidence didn't come out of nowhere. It comes from the hard, exhausting rounds he's been putting in with a teammate he rates extremely highly for striking. That teammate is Luke Riley. You might remember Riley from late last year. We made a huge impact by scoring an explosive knockout in his UFC debut, finishing the fight early in the second round. Pimblett was clearly buzzing after that performance, and that excitement hasn't faded at all as the two have continued to train together and push each other every day. In Paddy's mind, spending so much time trading heavy shots with Riley has made him feel far more comfortable and prepared for facing Gaethje than many fans might expect.
You thought of fighting him?
I am a Justin Gaethje fan, not was, I am.
Yeah.
And anyone who is an MMA fan and isn't a Justin Gaethje fan isn't an MMA fan. Like, I always say, he's your favourite fighter's favourite fighter. He's one of my favourite fighters, one of the best fighters that you can watch. And the fact that I'm now getting in there against him is what dream.
From Paddy Pimblett's point of view, the reason behind his sky-high confidence is actually very straightforward. He truly believes that Luke Riley is a cleaner, more technical, and more fundamentally sound striker than the powerful opponent he's preparing to face for the interim title. After countless hours of sparring, Pimblett is fully convinced that if he can consistently hold his own against Riley in the gym, then he can bring that same confidence and effectiveness into the cage on fight night when it matters most. He sees Riley as someone whose entire fighting style and background are built almost entirely around striking, and for Pimblett, that history is a big deal. Riley's path in combat sports started years ago in Thailand, where he began learning Muay Thai at a very young age. While Justin Gaethje was spending his early years developing a strong wrestling base, Riley was already deeply focused on striking, later adding high-level amateur boxing to his skill set. Pimblett believes that difference in how they developed early on is extremely important. To him, it explains why Riley looks so natural, smooth, and sharp on his feet. He's confident that in the coming years, more fans will start to notice and respect just how high Riley's striking level really is. In Pimblett's mind, Riley's rise reminds him of his own journey, but instead of flashy grappling, it's built on dangerous punches and elbows.
There's a lot of ulterior factors that people aren't considering other than just his recent win over Dan Hooker. I know he's a top contender, but there's a whole lot that he's done wrong before, and this is the big Paramount debut.
And lad, people are saying like Justin Gaethje, he's older than that lad. He's 2 years older than Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a foot off his mark. You know what I mean?
Okay, strong statements about Dan Hooker there. We're in
As fight night gets closer, most of the talk from fans and analysts has focused on Paddy Pimblett's dangerous ground game. Many believe his slick submissions, fast scrambles, and heavy pressure on top to be the biggest factor that swings this huge matchup in his favor. At the same time, Justin Gaethje's resume hangs over the fight in a big way. He's already been in the cage with elite names like Khabib Nurmagomedov, Dustin Poirier, and Max Holloway, earning a reputation as one of the toughest, most battle-tested lightweights of his generation. His experience alone makes him a massive challenge for anyone. Even with that gap in experience, experience. Pimblett has convinced his own style to create real problems for Gaethje during preparation. Paddy often describes himself as awkward and unpredictable, both on the ground and on the feet. He doesn't rely on clean, textbook techniques or standard wrestling setups. Instead, he attacks from strange angles and unusual positions that are extremely hard to copy in the gym. Because of that, Pimblett believes it's nearly impossible for someone like Gaethje to find a training partner who truly feels like him. In his mind, that unorthodox, hard-to-recreate approach creates a unique challenge, one that is completely and unmistakably Paddy the Baddy.
I think Gaethje has good wrestling. He uses it very well defensively.
I don't wrestle like a normal person. I don't shoot double legs and single legs and wrestle like a normal person does. I do everything differently. I'm not normal. He's not going to be able to get a sparring partner in what grapples like me or strikes like me because I'm a weirdo.
He did call your style awkward, actually.
I'm honest about that. I'm very awkward. You can't really get a sparring partner in to do me because I'm so awkward. I'm looking forward to fighting him. As I say, he's a legend. He's someone I've always loved watching. So to get the chance to actually get in the cage and fight with him is unbelievable. I can't wait to have Justin Gaethje on my resume. It's going to be something that'll last forever, you know what I mean? It'll be part of me legacy.
Now, changing pace a bit, Justin Gaethje's camp has been working carefully to get him used to Paddy Pimblett's unusual rhythm and unpredictable movement. This isn't a minor adjustment. It's a clear, well-planned effort to close the gap between their styles. By trying to copy Pimblett's flow in training, they hope to take away the surprise factor he relies on so heavily in the cage. At this level, everything comes down to preparation, even for the very best.
Out.
I'm a scouser. We don't get knocked out.
What do you say to that?
Yeah, we'll see. I will try to test that theory.
Have you allowed yourself to think ahead to once you win, if you get the win, Ilya?
Nope, I've said it before, I don't ever plan on being alive after the fight, so...
While Paddy Pimblett has spoken confidently and even joked about his preparation for this massive fight, Justin Gaethje has taken a much darker and more intense approach. His words about the matchup have been serious and grim. He has made it clear that he plans to give absolutely everything, saying he doesn't even expect to be standing once the final bell sounds. That mindset perfectly reflects the all-or-nothing style that has defined his career from the very beginning. The stakes couldn't be higher when interim lightweight title up for grabs at UFC 34 in Las Vegas. The interim belt was introduced after the undisputed champion Ilia Topuria stepped away from competition due to personal reasons. But for Gaethje, this fight is about more than just gold. If he wins, he would become the first fighter in UFC history to win an interim title twice, a huge milestone that speaks to both his long career at the top and the dramatic, unpredictable path he has taken along the way.
For Justin Gaethje, we all know Justin Gaethje. I know personally his calf kick is devastating and changes the tide of every single fight. So on a guy like Paddy Pimblett, this might even be the size difference. Paddy is going to be damn near 200 pounds the night of the fight. I don't think it's going to be this drastic. Will's probably about, what, 220? Sir. About 220. And right now I'm probably 200, so that's 20-pound difference. But I think the keys to Justin's victory, it's one of the main keys, is being able to use this calf kick effectively. So if me and Will are lined up here, the main thing I want Justin to be able to do is I want him to be able to jab and slap and put Paddy Pimblett, put his weight on this leg. I want him to constantly be putting his weight on this leg. So he's gonna do that by cutting off this side, jab, slap, and before Paddy could even step, bombing that leg kick there. And if you look, Paddy was doing a great job doing a calf kick against Mike Chandler. He was doing a great job kicking, so he's probably going to return it. But I think in general, if Justin is able to keep bombing this leg kick, I think it's really going to shut Paddy down and be able to nullify a lot of his attacks. You might start seeing him limp. You might start seeing him switch stances. From there, Justin can use the speed of his hands and use his boxing. I think it's much better than Paddy's. I think he's faster, and I think he's cleaner on the inside. I think this calf kick's going to be one of the main things.
Beyond the huge main event, other top lightweight contenders are watching this fight very closely and breaking down every moment. Arman Tsarukyan, who is a serious threat himself, has already said he would rather see Justin Gaethje win. He believes a Gaethje victory would give him a clearer and more direct path to a title shot. Tsarukyan has also suggested that Gaethje would be more willing to fight him, while he feels Paddy Pimblett might try to avoid that matchup and look in a different direction. In the lightweight division, everything comes down to smart positioning in one of the most dangerous divisions in the sport.
He is fighting Paddy Pimblett coming up. Who do you favor?
I want Justin to beat Paddy. Yeah. Because Justin, he's gonna fight with me, but Paddy, if Paddy wins, he's gonna try to avoid me and trying not to fight me because he's not man like
Even Michael Chandler, one of the few fighters who has faced both men, has shared his take after being stopped by Paddy Pimblett in April 2025. Chandler admitted that the Brit is far better than many fans give him credit for. Still, when it comes to picking a winner for this matchup, Chandler leans strongly toward Justin Gaethje, pointing to his huge experience and well-rounded skill set. In Chandler's view, Gaethje is a completely different level of challenge, type of test Pimblett hasn't faced yet in his career. He even went further, saying Gaethje could eventually unify the lightweight titles by also defeating Ilia Topuria down the line. At the same time, Chandler praised Topuria as possibly the most skilled fighter in the sport right now, showing just how deep, complex, exciting the lightweight division has become.
What do you think it looks like?
Oh man, more skilled, more experienced, I think better fighter all around, Justin Gaethje. But I also have been on record and said that Paddy Pimblett is better than a lot of people think he is. You know, because of his haircut and the way he talks, and when I fought him, he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. He's got long reach, good kicks, pretty darn patient and composed in there, but Gaethje's a whole different animal. So if I had to bet, I'd go Justin Gaethje, interim champion, and then he beats Ilia Topuria.
Adding more expert insight, Uriah Faber shares a similar view on this high-stakes fight. He sees Justin Gaethje as a fighter who thrives in chaos, someone willing to take big risks and trade heavy damage to win. While Faber acknowledges Paddy Pimblett's dangerous submission game, to end a fight instantly, he believes Gaethje's strong collegiate wrestling background gives him the tools to survive on the mat and steer the fight back to striking, where he's most comfortable and can cause the most damage.
And Justin Gaethje, who do you favor in that fight?
I gotta go with Gaethje. I feel like he's the one that loves to get down and throw fist for fist, and he's also got the Division I wrestling to negate some of the biggest skill sets of Paddy. Paddy's like a very dominant grappler when it comes to submissions. I think Gaethje has the tools to keep it where he wants it.
Tony, another fighter who's faced both men, has offered fresh and interesting perspective. He believed that motivation, that inner fire, could play a huge role in deciding the fight. From his view, Gaethje's complicated history with interim titles, having won one but lost another, along with unfulfilled championship dreams, might create extra pressure for him. On the other hand, Pimblett's raw hunger for his first major belt, the fierce drive of a rising star, could push him forward like nothing else. This fighter thinks both men are beatable on any night, but he ultimately favors Pimblett, citing the energy and relentless determination of a newcomer chasing a career-defining opportunity.
Paddy's not bad. He's very beatable, and Gaethje's very beatable as well. But when it goes into the passion and how upsetting Justin Gaethje has always been about not getting that real title shot, and they just keep dangling it right there again, Paddy's in for a new treat, right? Paddy's the one that's never fought for a belt. He's going in there. He's going to be trying to, get that stuff. He's going to feel a little bit more fresher. He's going to have that little bit of excitedness, in my opinion.
As the main event draws near, the story around this incredible fight keeps changing and growing every day. Paddy Pimblett's bold claim about his gym teammate striking has added a whole new layer to an already fascinating storyline. Justin Gaethje's grim determination and battle-tested mindset stand in sharp contrast to Pimblett's playful but confident approach, creating a clash of personalities almost as captivating as the fight itself. Every contender in the lightweight division is watching closely, waiting to see who will come out on top and earn the chance to face Ilia Topuria when he returns. No matter what happens in the cage, the interim lightweight title fight at UFC 34 promises to be an unforgettable showdown of unique styles, strong personalities, and burning ambition, one that will leave a lasting mark on the division for years to come.